Guys, we've got another report today about the Pixel Fold, this time coming from, of all places, CNBC, and I gotta give credit where it's due. Shaznat actually tagged me in this first. This is how I became first aware of this, and there are some interesting tidbits in this bit of reporting by Miss Jennifer Elias. Pixel to launch its first foldable phone, the Pixel Fold, in June. So that does in fact line up with the most recent reportings. Google I/O May 10th, phone for pre-order, and then releasing to be purchased in June. That all lines up. Let's scroll down though and see if we can pick out a couple of details here that we haven't potentially heard already. It's going to cost upward of $1,700. This is what we have heard before. Up to this point, you may be wondering to yourself, now did Miss Elias here actually do reporting of her own investigative journalism, if you will, or is she simply repeating the things that have already been leaked, already been published by the likes of, I believe, was it Evan Blass had a lot of it, Jon Prosser has had a lot of it, maybe some others as well. That was unclear to me. If we keep scrolling, though, there is some new stuff. Google plans to market the Pixel Fold as water-resistant and pocket-sized with an outside screen that measures 5.8 inches across. So water resistance, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've just missed this, but I don't think that had been reported prior. I've not seen anything about it. When you quickly Google it, I'm not turning anything up. So this is actually an important detail because, as we know, the Z Fold line has had water resistance for a while. They're getting a new hinge design, a new hinge mechanism, a dumbbell hinge, a water drop hinge, whatever you want to call it, depending on if you work internally at Samsung or not. And what this is going to enable is a less visible crease, but also the ability to fold truly flat, which is something that other OEMs have had. But these other OEMs have had this without water resistance. Samsung apparently is doing both, and it appears that this reporting is accurate from CNBC that the Pixel Fold will also have the folding flat, the reduced crease, because this is prior reporting, but also the water resistance as well. This will be a big piece of news because obviously Samsung has this. Google needs to match it. Since they're matching their price, they're launching only maybe a couple of months earlier. They're going to be directly compared. This is very important. Like I said, 5.8-inch screen across and then a 7.6-inch tablet screen on the inside. This is all, again, lining up. A larger battery that Google says lasts for 24 hours or 72 hours in a low power mode. Now, of course, we've seen those prior reports. The Pixel Fold might be packing a battery as big as 5,000 milliamp hours. That's as big as the battery in the S23 Ultra. It's a very large battery, and it's larger than the Z Fold 4's 4,400 milliamp hour battery. So we're ticking boxes as we go along. This seems quite accurate thus far. Now, I find it interesting that she says Google has said nothing of the sort just yet because the phone has not been yet announced. She also mentions that it weighs 10 ounces, right? Well, I normally look at phone weights in grams. If you convert 10 ounces to grams, you find that it's going to weigh, according to this, pretty much exactly what the Surface Duo 2 weighs, which is slightly heavier than the Z Fold 4. The Z Fold 5 is probably going to be around the same weight. I think at one point I saw reports that it would be lighter, and then I think I might have saw reports that it was going to be heavier. So I don't think anybody knows what it's going to weigh just yet, but I expect it to be lighter than the Duo 2 and lighter, therefore, than the Pixel Fold as well. Powered by the Tensor G2 chip. This is, again, things that we've already heard. The G3 will be announced and powering the Pixel 8, probably coming in October. And one more interesting tidbit is that apparently they're going to offer a free Pixel Watch for Pixel Fold buyers. That would be a pretty nice bundle in because, again, $1,800 phone. Well, if you're going to get a $200 or $300 watch along with it, that might kind of ease the sting a little bit. So like I said, there's a couple of tidbits in here that had not been prior reported. The water resistance, the Pixel Watch pack-in, probably the most notable things from this article. Again, shout out to Shaznat on Twitter for tagging me in this and making me aware of this so that I could make this video and bring it to you guys. Of course, hit that subscribe button before you go because I'm going to be covering this stuff on and on and on, bringing you all the latest news on the Pixel Fold as we get closer and closer to the launch. And yes, I will be covering the device after launch because you better believe I'm going to have it here in hand to be reviewing and making all sorts of lovely videos about. So subscribe so you don't miss out on that good stuff, guys. I'll see you on the next one. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.